Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 53, Krishna kidnaps Rukmini, text number 47 to 57. First I will read out the translations, then we will last verse we will cover. Rukmini worshipped the goddess with water, scents, whole grains, incense, clothing, garlands, necklaces, jewelry, and other prescribed offerings and gifts, and also with arrays of lamps. The married Brahmana women each performed worship simultaneously with the same items, also offering savories and cakes, prepared betel nut, sacred threads, fruit, and sugarcane juice. Text number 49. The ladies gave the bride remnants of the offerings and then blessed her. She in turn bowed down to them and the deity and accepted the remnants as prasadam. Text number 50. The princess then gave up her vow of silence and left the Ambika temple, holding on unto a maidservant with her hand, which was adorned with a jeweled ring. Listen to this carefully. I will explain. Lot of shlokas are there. Translation 51 to 55. Rukmini appeared as enchanting as the Lord's illusory potency, who enchants even the sober and grave. Thus the kings gazed upon her virgin beauty, her shapely waist, and her lovely face adorned with earrings. Her hips were graced with a jewel-studded belt. Her breasts were just budding, and her eyes seemed apprehensive of her encroaching locks of hair. She smiled sweetly, her jasmine bud teeth reflecting the glow of her bimba red lips. As she walked with the motions of a royal swan, the effulgence of her tinkling ankle bells beautified her feet. Seeing her, the assembled heroes were totally bewildered. Lust tore at their hearts. Indeed, When the kings saw her broad smile and shy glance, they became stupefied, dropped their weapons, and fell unconscious to the ground from their elephants, chariots, and horses. On the pretext of the procession, Rukmini displayed her beauty for Krishna alone. Slowly, she advanced the two moving lotus whorls of her feet, awaiting the arrival of the Supreme Lord. With the fingernails of her left hand, she pushed some strands of hair away from her face and shyly looked from the corners of her eyes at the kings standing before her. At the moment, she saw Krishna. Then, while his enemies looked on, the Lord seized the princess who was eager to mount his chariot. Purport. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, Rukmini was anxious that her locks of hair might impede her vision, since she was most eager to see her beloved Krishna. The non-devotees or demons are bewildered at seeing the opulences of the Lord and think that his potency is meant for their gross sense gratification. But Rukmini, an expansion of Krishna's internal pleasure potency, was meant for the Lord alone. Srila Vishwanath Thakur quotes the following verse to describe the kind of a woman known as Shama. Sitakale bhaved ushno, ushnakale tu sitala, stano su khatino yasyaha, sa shama parikritita. A woman is called Shama when her breasts are very firm and when someone in her presence feels warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Srila Vishwanath Thakur further points out that since the beautiful form of Rukmini is a manifestation of the Lord's internal energy, the non-devotees cannot perceive her. Thus the heroic kings assembled in Vidarbha were agitated with lust upon seeing the Lord's illusory potency, an expansion of Rukmini. In other words, no one can lust after the Lord's eternal concert, since as soon as one's mind is contaminated with lust, the covering of Maya separates one from the pristine beauty of the spiritual world and its inhabitants. Finally, Srimati Rukmini Devi felt shy as she looked from the corners of her eyes at the other kings, for she did not want to meet the glances of those inferior men. Text number 56. Lifting the princess onto his chariot, whose flag bore the emblem of Garuda, Lord Madhava drove back the circle of kings. With Balarama in the lead, he slowly exited like a lion removing his prey from the midst of jackals. We'll chant 57. Tam Maninaha Sva Abhibhavam Yashaha Kshayam Pare Jarasandamukhaha Na Sehire Aho Dik Asman Yashaha Artha Dhanvanam Gopaihi Hritam Kesarinam Mrugaihi Iva Tammaninaha Swami Bhavam Yashakshayam Pare Jarasandamukha Nasehire Aho Dig Asman Yasha Attadanvanam Gopair Hritam Kesharinam Mrugair Iva Tammaninaha Swami Bhavam Yashakshayam Pare Jarasandamukha Nasehire Aho digasman yasha attadanvanam Gopair hritam kesharinam mrugair iva. Please chant. Matajis. Tam, that, maninaha, conceited, swa, there, abhibhavam, defeat, yashaha, their honor, kshayam, ruining, pare, the enemies, jarasandha mukhaha, headed by Jarasandha, na sehire, could not tolerate. Aho, dik, condemnation. Asman, upon us. Yashaha, the honor. Atthadanvanam, of the archers. Gopaihi, by cowherds. Ritam, taken away. Kesharinam, of lions. Mrugaihi, by small animals. Iva, as if. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. The kings inimical to the Lord, headed by Jarasandha, could not tolerate this humiliating defeat. They exclaimed, "Oh, damn us! Though we are mighty archers, more mere cowherds have stolen our honor, just as puny animals might steal the honor of lions." Purport. From the last two verses of this chapter, it is clear that perverted intelligence of demons makes them perceive things in a way exactly opposite to reality. It is clearly stated that Krishna stole Rukmini like a lion, taking his prey from the midst of jackals. The demons, however, saw themselves as lions and Lord Krishna as an inferior creature. Without Krishna consciousness, life becomes most dangerous. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 53rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Krishna Kidnaps Rukmini. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Krupa Sindubhyaeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Yonta Pravishya Vachamimam Prashuptam Sanjivayati Akilshaktidhara Swadhamna Hanyam Stahastacharana Shravanaktvagadivi Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. Hare Krishna. The chapter, I started the chapter first, then I am ending also. Ittefaq bolte hain isko. Krishna, if you recollect, Rukmini Devi sent a letter. In that she says, Purteshta Datta Vrataniyama Deva Vipra Guruva Archanadi Bir Alam Bhagavan Pareshaha Araditam Gadagraja Etapanibi Grihnat me Na Dhamagosha Sutadyo Anya. She wrote a letter saying that if at all I had performed Purteshta Datta, Vrataniyama, if I had given charity, if I had performed any Vrata, Suhasini Vrata, Varalakshmi Vrata, this Vrata, that Vrata, right? Other day Mukund Mahaprabhu was explaining that Goda Devi performed that Vrata of Tiruppave, Margasira Mass. Like that, people, they were performing all these vratas and giving charity, then digging the wells, building dharmashalas. If at all I have done all these things, O Gadagraja, O elder brother of Gada, Krishna had another brother, Gada. Please come and take me. Catch my hand, take my hand and take me. Don't let this Dhamagosha Sutta, means Shishupal, and Anya. So Vishwanath Chakravarti comments very beautifully. Here Anya means, she mentioned first Shishupala, then Anya means even if Narayana also should not come. Brahma, Narayana, they also should not come. I will not give my hand to even to Narayana. This is called anybody remembers 3 R's we need? Every time I ask, nobody remembers. 3 R's. Damodar Devendra Prabhu, tell. 3 R's. We need 3 R's. Anybody remembers? We need 3 R's. Ananya Bhakti, Anusmriti, then Avyabhicharini Bhakti. What is Avyabhicharini Bhakti? Without falling down. Vyabhichari means falling down. Avyabhicharini means without falling down. Right? Ananya Bhakti and Anusmriti. Anusmriti. 3 R's we require to get Krishna. So Rukmini Devi had that Three qualities, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad-gita, 12th chapter, Etu sarvani karmani, mai sanyasya matpara, ananye naiva yogena, maam dhyayantu pasate, tesham aham samudharta, mrityu samsara sagarat, bhavami nachirat parta, maya veshita chetasa. Right? In the previous verse, Krishna says, Klesho adhikataras tesham avyakta asakta chetasam, avyakta hi gatir dukkam, dehavadviravapyate. Right? Those who are, etvaksharam anirdeshyam, avyaktam paripasate, sarvatragam achintyam cha, kutastam achalam drumam. So, Sanyam Indri Gramam, Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha, Te Prapnivanti Mameva, Sarvabhuta Hiterata. Those who are Krishna, Arjuna asked this question: who is better? Impersonalists or those who worship your form? Then what did Krishna reply? Maya Vesh Manoyamam Nityayukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopeta Samayukta Tamamataha. So Krishna says, Prabhupada also translates, those who worship me, my Shyam Sundara form, they are the best. Right? They are the best. Then he explains, those who are attached to worshipping impersonal Brahman, they undergo a lot of trouble. Then Etu Sarvani Karmani, Maisanyasya Matpara. Giving up karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya. My devotees who are Ananya Bhaktas, who are only dedicated to me, doing Bhakti Yoga and performing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Those devotees, they can easily achieve me because whatever results they get by karma, jnana, tapasya, yoga, they can easily get. I give them. Then somebody may ask, Vishnu Chakravarti says, somebody may ask, what sadhana they have to perform? He said, no, they don't need to do any sadhana. I swiftly come sitting on Garuda, right? Sitting on Garuda and take them from, drowning ocean of material existence. Catch, that is why Prabhupada said, keep sikhas, right? Keep sikha, because Prabhupada said, Krishna will catch your sikha and pull you out. Right? Prabhupada, Mataji's, Prabhupada said, Krishna, of course, my sikha has become small a little bit. I can't tie, old age, right? But one should tie the sikha, and then ladies, they should not leave the hair open. Prabhupada said they should make choti so that they can tie Krishna in their binds, in the choti. Like that, Krishna, brahmacharis also, right? So they joke, why people, why you guys, keep sikha? They always used to ask these questions, right? Once Prabhupada was there, every time the Prabhupada was irritated, because they would ask, what is this, hot dog marks, what is this paint that you put on the, why you are wearing blankets, that time they didn't have dhotis, so they used to wear blankets and curtains. Ladies used to wear curtains and gents used to wear blankets as dhoti. Right? So one lady, she asked Prabhupada, this is a very famous thing for newcomers, I am telling you. Prabhupada asked, that lady journalist asked, why do you keep bare heads? Then Prabhupada retorted, because she was wearing short skirt. Prabhupada retorted, why do you have bare legs? Then Prabhupada said, better to have cool head and warm legs. We have to, our Gargamuni Prabhu was saying, once he took Prabhupada to some jazz club, some night club, where these singers, they have night club, live shows are there, where they sing, guitar and all. There is a very famous, when Prabhupada entered the club, there was a very famous jazz singer, black man, Negro, black man. So uh, when he saw Prabhupada, by the time, in the circles, because they did this big program, so Prabhupada became very famous among all these people. So that famous singer he was, I forgot the name. He asked, "Oh, Swamiji, welcome, welcome. I heard that you also worship black God. Your God is very blackish." He was very happy. Prabhupada retorted, "He is not black like you." Anyway, side thing. uh, so, so in this regard, Bhaktivinoda Thakur comments that Ananya Bhakti means the persons who are suicidal in embracing oneness with the God. Such people, they have to go through Krama Bhakti, Krama Mukti. You know what is Krama Mukti? Huh? Archa, Archa Adi. बोलते हैं, those who are impersonalists, they go through, first of all, Agnir Jyotir Aha Shukla, Shanmasa, Uttarayanaha, all this, they go through the fire, and then they go through the sun planet, then there they get purified, sterilized, and then from there, that is Krama, it's called Krama Mukti, then they go to heavenly planets like that. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, devotees of Krishna, Ananya Bhaktas, for them they don't have to go through Krama Mukti. Krishna comes directly, right, and swiftly deliver them by keeping the person on the back of Garuda and flies away. Prabhupada, when they are translated, 6th canto Bhagavatam, Ajamila chanted Narayana, Narayana, Narayana 3 times. When Prabhupada was hearing the translation, Prabhupada chastised. No, he chanted only once, Narayana. Right? Then he said, Narayana, 4 letters are there. So because Ajamila chanted 4 Narayana, 4 Vishnudutas have come. Right? 4 Vishnudutas have come. Just imagine, chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. How many will come? 32 will come. But actually, in Govardhan Mahatmya, it is mentioned that many people, they ask, for going to Vaikuntha, Vishnu Dutas come. For going to Golok Vrindavan, how do we go? Do you know? Huh? Krishna comes on his chariot. Huh? For going to Golok Vrindavan, Krishna comes with his chariot. So golden chariot he will bring. For other people, I always say this. No, for other devotees, Vishnu Dutas, they come. But for Krishna's devotee, Ananya Bhaktas, Krishna comes personally. Once there was one lady in Andhra Pradesh. She has this habit of saying Krishna Arpan Mastu, Krishna Arpan Mastu, Krishna Arpan Mastu. So have this, habit of, saying everything after doing any work, before doing any work, what you should say? Shri Govinda, Shri Govinda, Shri Govinda. Right? After finishing the job, you should do? Before eating, Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Anantaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha. These 3 things. Anything you eat, it becomes nectar. If you say these 3 mantras and chant. Then after finishing, we should have this habit of Krishna Arpanamastu. Right? Don't say Rama Arpanamastu, Vishnu Arpanamastu, because one Acharya comments, you should not say Rama Arpanamastu, because he didn't say Patram Pushpam Phalam Toya. Only Krishna said. Only Krishna has his habit of taking anything. So that is why Krishna Arpanamastu. So this lady has this habit of say, in Andhra we have this habit, Krishna Arpanamastu, Krishna Arpanamastu. Then Viman has come. Right? Viman has come. As soon as she saw the Viman, she said, Krishna Arpanamastu. Viman also. Then Krishna came personally to take her. Like that, Krishna, so in the same way, Rukmini Devi, she sent a letter, distress letter, then immediately Krishna came to take her, to steal her, from the midst of, all these guys, all this like that. So, so very interesting commentary given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. I briefly mentioned that when Rukmini Devi, when she was walking, right, when she's walking, all these princes, all these kings and all, they fainted. They fainted. Srila Prabhupada said, on this earthly planet, French women are the most beautiful women. Right? Once Prabhupada was there in Paris, his assistant was Harikesh Maharaj. Harikesh, prostitutes in Paris are very beautiful. Yes, Prabhupada. Then again Prabhupada told, Harikesh, prostitutes in Paris are very beautiful. Yes, Prabhupada. Again he said, prostitutes in Paris are very beautiful. Then Harikesh Maharaj was very frustrated. Yes, Prabhupada, you want me to go? Then Prabhupada told the Apsaras in heavenly planets, they would not even like to keep French women as their maid servants. As maid servants. Then Prabhupada told, if you see an Apsara, he said, you will faint. Like that, these guys have fainted, Like we don't faint, right? Usually, we on the beach and all, we see so many ladies and all. Ramarup faint ho gaya. ऐसा कभी बच्चा पैदा हो गया. Right? Saradvanta. They look at some Apsara and they discharge. That means how beautiful they are. Right? ऐसा होता नहीं, right? Like that. So they fainted, right? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, actually these guys, they cannot see Rukmini Devi, internal potency of Krishna, right? They are only seeing the external potency of Krishna, her expansion. Yeah? Because Rukmini Devi, being internal potency of Krishna, she is meant only his eyes only, Krishna's eyes only, nobody else, nobody can see, right? Nobody can see her. Just like he gave a very nice example that when all of you know, or if you don't know, go back and read Urvasi and Pururava stories there in 9th Canto Bhagavatam. When Urvasi went back, this Pururava was pining for her. Then Gandharvas gave him the fiery form of Urvasi. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, he became lusty seeing the fiery form of Urvasi, not because she is Urvasi, because he was thinking about Urvasi. The conception of in his mind, the conception is Urvasi. That is why, in the same way, they are not perceiving Rukmini Devi, but they are only having a conception of Maya. They are only having concept because Rukmini Devi cannot be seen by these materialistic people. Have you understood? Just like when the wrestlers, they saw Krishna in the arena of Kamsa, Rangasthala, they did not see Krishna, but they saw him as thunderbolt. They could not perceive beautiful form of Krishna. Right? But the ladies of Mathura, they were saying, Kim Achare Tapas, like that, what austerities these gopis have performed, like that they were talking. Seeing this beautiful form of Krishna, like that. So, like that, Krishna is not exhibiting everybody his beautiful form. Right? all of, once Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was touring South India, he went to a place called Madurai. In Sri Vaishnavas, they say it is called Dakshina Madura. Dakshin Mathura, because near to that only Sriveliputtur and all is there, like that. So it is mentioned that he met one Brahmana there. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met one Brahmana. See, his name is Ramadas. Right? He was always chanting Rama Rama, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Then he invited Lord Chaitanya for lunch. When Lord Chaitanya visited his home, nothing was there. No, nothing was cooked. Mahaprabhu asked, why you didn't cook any lunch? He said, no, Lakshman went to forest because we are living in the forest. Lakshman went to the forest to collect ingredients. So, thoda der ho gaya. Mahaprabhu liked his way of worship, Ramdas. Then somehow or other he made some arrangement. He made some arrangement, and he served lunch to Lord Chaitanya. But he was not eating. He was not eating, and then he was very grief-stricken. Then what happened? Why you are so grief-stricken? Lord Chaitanya asked that Ramdas. He said, what to do? I am very, very sorry that this rascal Ravana, touched my mother Sita. So this thought, I am not able to digest. Then Lord Chaitanya said, why are you thinking like that? Sita ji, she is the internal potency. What to speak of touching her? She cannot even be seen by people like Ravanasur. Cannot be even seen by people like Ravanasur. So why, don't worry. It is material conception, material Sita, Chaya Sita, like that. Because Ravanasur cannot touch, real Sita. If you remember, there is this pastime where, Sita saw golden deer. Then she requested Lord Ramchandra, that, please, bring it for me. Then Lakshman is the one who is actually objecting that, my dear Ram, there is no, in the creation of the world, there is nothing called golden Sita. This is the illusory tricks of this Marichi and all that. Like that. Then Sitaji was very restless, said, why are you discussing? Why are you wasting your time? Don't discuss. That golden deer will run away. Catch. Like that. Right? So she was objecting. At that time, Ramchandra did one very interesting thing. Right? He became a little bit Gambhira, very serious, caught hold of Sita's hand, took her inside the cottage. Then he took his Dhanushban, he told Lakshman, hey Lakshman, don't waste your time arguing. Catch your Dhanushban and protect Sita. With a smile in his lotus face, he left. Lakshmana was looking at Ramchandra. He was shocked. Anybody who is in a hurry, why would he go inside and do something and... right? You know the secret? Because Rama took Sita and handed over to Agni. And then he left Chaya Sita and then went. That is the secret. Anyway, so later on, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Durvasa, something. So there he found Kurma Purana. In that Kurma Purana, this whole pastime is described. How, Ramchandra, gave Sita to Agni. Then Chaya Sita was kept. Then Chaya Sita was taken by Ravanasur. Then when Agni Pariksha happened, then that time Agni Dev brought real Sita. And then, so that during this 1 year, Sita ji was staying with Durga Devi in Kailash. Very interesting that Sri Vaishnavas, they don't accept this pastime. Because then they say that, you see Sita's real character when she was dealing with Ravanasur and her stay. Then if it is Chaya Sita, then what it is, like that. But Mahaprabhu accepted, so we accept, like that. I will tell you. So this is very, very difficult to see Krishna or Lakshmi Narayan or Radha and Krishna, because our eyes are covered with so we see only Maya's form, like that. So by practicing devotional service, when Krishna lifts the wheel, Haribol, what is it said in Ishopanishad? What did they pray? Hiranyamayana Patra, right? Please lift the wheel, so that we can see your real form. I will tell you one very interesting pastime from Mahabharata. In South India, they have this hero entry song. They show their feet, hands and all that, Then they start dancing, right? Like that. Who is the hero of Mahabharata? Who is the villain of Mahabharata? Dhritarashtra. Right? This is told by Vyasadeva only. Dhritarashtra is the main villain. And then hero is Krishna. So our hero, when did he enter in Mahabharata? Anybody knows? Which is the hero entry song in Mahabharata? When did Krishna enter in Bhagavad-gita? Tatasvete. Yeah. And Srimad Bhagavatam? When did Krishna enter? Yeah, very good. Ashwatthama, that time Krishna entered, right? In Mahabharata, Draupadi Swayamvar. Right? Draupadi Swayamvar. Very nicely it is described that when there is a Sabha happened, and then these Pandavas and all, they were advised to go to, Panchal Desh. Right? Because, Drupad Maharaj, he is performing yajna, then he was giving lot of charities also. And there is this beautiful girl, their beautiful daughter, Yajnaseni, Draupadi, her Swayamvar is happening. Right? Her Swayamvar is happening. When Drupad Maharaj heard about Pandavas burning in Varnavrat, he was very, very sorry. Because even though Arjuna defeated Drupad Maharaj for Guru Dakshina, he liked him so much. ऐसे लोगों के साथ रिश्ता रखने का. Right? He wanted Arjuna as Damad. He cannot become son, so he wanted Arjuna as his Damad, son-in-law. So with that view, he wanted a son to kill Dronacharya. Then he wanted a daughter who will marry Arjuna and establish a relation with Arjuna. He liked him so much. When he heard that they were all killed in the fire accident, one intelligent Brahmana told him, "My dear Maharaj, don't think that Pandavas can die. They are Devamsha Sambhuta, means they are born with Deva, potency of Devatas. They don't die like this. Akala Mrityu, right? That's why we say, right? Charnamrit pine ke time pe Akala Mrityu Haranam. Right? Akala Mrityu is not good. Right? Akala Mrityu ke wajah se, we may, not we, people will become ghost. Isliye Akala Mrityu, we should pray to Krishna. Right? What are the three things that by Govinda's mercy we will get? Three things, Sukhanidra, Vina Dainyena Jivanam, Anayasa Maranam. Govind ke krupa ke bina nahi milte. Anayasa Maranam. Our Anna, he went to, he did arati, 4:30, all that his original, schedule, 30 or 40 years, same schedule he would have follow. Even though he doesn't have arati, he would come and sit in the altar and, serve the people like that. Then I saw him, and then I met him. Said, Anna, ho gaya? Yeah. Then he was going to bathroom, wearing gamcha. Then I also went to bathroom. There I saw him near the wash basin. He just sat there. I went to toilet, and then I shaved, then I took bath. Then still he was sitting there. I said, what happened? Then I touched him. Thoda gadbad hai. And then immediately we called, Then Dr. Sardarji came, and then he said, right? Anayas maranam. No pipes in the, nose and all the, right? Prabhupada, once our Abhiram Prabhu was serving Srila Prabhupada. He was actually washing his, body and like that. So Prabhupada asked him, don't you hate this, cleaning my toilet and all? No, Prabhupada. I consider your body as my body. And then we don't hate, right? Cleaning our toilet and all. So I don't like. If I'm not doing this, I'll be serving Maya. So one day Prabhupada told him, tapped on his body, said, Abhiram, whatever may happen, don't take me to hospital. I don't want to die with all the tubes in my nose. Because later on, they will judge the founder Acharya of ISKCON, how he died. Because, Chinmayananda died in Dakshinayana. The people, they say, Hare, he died in Dakshinayana. He might not have got, mukti and all that. So they are very, Prabhupada said, they will talk. So whatever, no matter what happens, don't take me to hospital. Like that. I don't want to die in the hospital. Like that. Anyway, Akal Mrityu, it's not good. So we should pray. We should pray to Krishna that, die peacefully without going to spending so much money. And then everybody praying, so people, they are suffering. And then all the, people, family members are saying, bahut tadap raha hai. He is suffering so much. Upar chalega to acha rahega. Right? He may be suffering, but they are suffering, uska seva kar ke. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि प्रे करो कब चला जाएगा without difficulty we should leave हम तो गुरु तो है नहीं इसलिए सेवा कौन करेगा राइट तो बाद में right one of our devotee I know he was his mother was having this Parkinson and सेवा कर करके थक गए वो लोग बोलते there is some mantra it seems so that ऊपर भेजने के so he was chanting every day. One of our devotees, he was praying. His wife had some paralysis and all. He is very famous. He stayed with us. He was praying, please, my dear Lord, take my wife so that I can take sannyas. So anyway, we should not get diverted. So that Brahmana said, don't think that this Arjuna and all, they have Akal Mrityu. Somebody, they will be. You declare Swayamvar, definitely they will come. Then Vyasadeva also went and suggested. Then all the kings, because it is declared that when Draupadi was born, she was considered the most beautiful woman in this world when she was born, blackish. The Sakhis, they were actually praying to God because Padma Gandhini, the bluish lotus flower fragrance is coming from her body. Then each and every part of her body was perfectly arranged and so beautiful. The girls, they were praying, they were who were serving Draupadi, they became attracted, it seems, to Draupadi, and they were praying to God, said, please take away our female body and give us male body so that we have a chance to enjoy with Draupadi's. Like that, that was so the whole Jarasandha, everybody assembled. Shishu, everybody assembled. All the Kauravas and everybody assembled. But Krishna and Balaram and then Satyaki and all, they also came. Right? So there are a section of people who are competing in Swayamvar, and there are section of people who are simply spectators. Right? So Krishna and Balaram and all, they did not want to take part in Draupadi's Swayamvar because he wanted. So there, many people, they say that yeah. This is from original Mahabharat, Vyas Bharat. Halayudastastra Janardanasya Vishnu Andaka Kashchaiva Yatha Pradhanam. Prekshamsa Chakruryo Dupa Pungavaste Stitasya Krishnasya Mate Mahantaha. This is a Krishna's entrance in Mahabharata. In Andhra, many people, they say, there are a lot of arguments going on that Krishna, the mention of Krishna is not there in Mahabharata. So, here it is. In Draupadi Swayamvar, it is there. Krishna along with Janardana, as per the instruction of Janardana, Halayuda, Balaram and all the Vishnuvamshyas, they have agreed not to take part in Swayamvara competition. Right? Swayamvara competition. Then everything was arranged. Then Drishtadhyumna, he made a declaration. He made a declaration. Then all the terms and conditions he declared. That time, Panchali entered. I forgot. When that time Krishna, Balaram and all, they sat. That time, these Panchapandavas, they have entered in the form of Brahmanas. In the form of Brahmanas. Then this Bhimsen is Attakata. Right? Attakata. Then Arjuna, when Arjuna saw Krishna, Janardhan, he said, Namaste. Then Krishna smiled. Balaram asked, why this Brahmana is offering respects to you? How do you know him? How he knows you? Then Krishna told Balaram, you also know them. सीधा वो जवाब क्यों नहीं देते हो? Why you don't? आपका प्रश्न सीधा होता ही नहीं. Right? Like that. Who is that Attakatta Brahman? Attakatta Brahman. Then Attakatta Brahman also said Namaste. Who is that Attakatta Brahman? Then that Attakatta Brahman is also your disciple. Then he said, Hare, say no. Who are they? He said, they are Pandavas. But they are killed in the Varnavirth. You see the drama. Right. Like that. So, I will tell you one very beautiful verse. So, at that time, Panchali, decorated very nicely, beautifully. A garland, a lotus garland in her hand. She entered the Sabha. Right? She entered the Sabha. Anye tu veera nrupaputra pautra Krishna gater mata manah svabhavai vyayachamana dadrushurna tanvai sandasta dantachada netra. So this is a very beautiful shloka. Try to understand this shloka. When Draupadi entered, Pandavas, they were looking at Krishna and they are admiring the beauty of Krishna. And Krishna, he is very, very cool, with cooling glances. He is glancing at the Pandavas. Then he is also smiling. And the Pandavas also are smiling. This nobody has watched because everybody was looking at Draupadi. They didn't watch Krishna, they didn't watch Dharma. Why? Because when somebody, because Krishna, Devata, Purna Purushottam Bhagavan is there. Purna Purushottam Bhagavan, these Murtiman Dharma, 5 types of dharmas are there, are sitting. Nobody observed dharma, nobody observed the beautiful Krishna. They were, because their attention was diverted to Maya. Draupadi is Maya, right? Right? She was born to kill all of these guys. So, but Pandavas are attracted to Krishna, and Krishna is attracted to Pandavas. But, so they didn't so much observe Draupadi. So this is the lesson. So Nilakanta, he is observing this on the commentary of Mahabharata, right? So like that, we should not let our mind diverted to Maya, right? So we should absorb ourselves in Krishna. I will tell you. There is not much time, but I will try to finish. Very interesting pastime is described in Padma Purana. Previously, many years back, I have narrated this story. Everybody must have forgotten. I myself forgot. I had to revise like that. After a few years of marriage, Rukmini Devi, she asked Krishna. You must have, our Raghupati Vishnu, he was describing how Rukmini Devi, she saw that she didn't see the Brahmana, she didn't see Krishna. Then she was actually very much worried that why Krishna is not coming. Then she was blaming Rudrani, Parvati, Himavati, all this. Somebody, you must have asked. So why, like she was very, very worried. She was very, very worried. So this is not there in Bhagavatam. Krishna, once Krishna and Rukmini, they were actually sitting together and then they were talking. So one day, Rukmini Devi asked Krishna that, my dear Vasudev, why did you come late? Why did you come late? Because, as soon as I get down from the steps, there is a Vidhi Vidhan, Rasam, that they will tie wrist band, yellow band. Once it was tied, then it is, according to our custom, I am considered married to Shishupal. Then, because you didn't come, I am thinking that to commit suicide, because they were about to tie the wristband. Then you came. Then now Krishna came and then he took her away. Then Krishna smiled. So this is narrated by Krishna, Krishna smiled. Then he said, I have done this to teach people that alasyam amrutam visham. Right? Alasyam amrutam visham. If you become late, the amruta also will become visham. Right? One should not be lazy. One should not be lazy in executing devotion service. So in order to show the people, then Krishna narrated a story that once Ikshvaku's son, Suchakshu, he went to the forest for hunting. There he saw a black cheetah. Black cheetah. So Hakarnantam, he pulled his string up to the ear, then released the arrow to kill that cheetah. Instead of killing that cheetah, because these cheetahs, they run very fast. There is one Brahmana's son, 12-year-old boy. He came to collect samidas, for yajna and all. That arrow went and hit that boy. Then he got killed. Then Suchakshu became very, very sorry that he killed a Brahmana. He went back to the king. Then he said, my dear father, please punish me because I am involved in Brahmahatya Pap. There are 5 Mahapaps are there. One of them is Brahmahatya Pap. Said, his father told him, because I am your father, even if I punish you, you will not be completely relieved of the sin. Better we go to the parents, beg forgiveness from them. Then take whatever punishment they give, you take. So then he went along with then there is a Rishi Sabha is there. He called all the assembly, all the sages and munis and all. They said, please forgive my son. He has committed a great sin. He actually killed one Brahmana. So please, we want to recognize the parents of that boy. And we want to beg forgiveness. And my son will declare that whatever punishment they are going to give, I will take. Like that. So he declared that whatever punishment you give me, I will take. Then once there, one Brahmana, he came with a smiling face. Then he brought his son also. He said, are you talking about this boy? So Suchakshu said, yeah, this boy, I checked his pulse, I checked his breath, he died. Huh? Yeah, this is the son. Said, what happened? In our samuha, in our system, we have benediction. Because we follow 4 regulative principles. Not our no meeting, no day. Right? He said, number 1, we don't do alasyam. We are not lazy. Alasyam is laziness. We are not lazy. Right? Mangalarti 4:30 means 4:30. Not that, of the Lord gives darshan, then slowly. Where I see sometimes, brahmachari is running, running race, because, they absent mark ho jayega. So, very dangerous also, running up and down, kadde mein giri jayega, barish, right? Like that. So, number 1, we don't become, we are not lazy people. Right? Prabhupada said, this movement is not meant for lazy and crazy people. Prabhupada told this story, right? There is one king, declared, I will give reward to the laziest person. Then they found 2 lazy persons, sleeping. Then they put fire. So they want, everybody was saying, I am lazy. Then how do you know you're lazy? No, my wife told me to tell. Yeah. Then what 2 lazy guys they found. So they were sleeping. They put fire. They put fire. So how to find the laziest person among the 2? Then one lazy person told, sir, there is a fire. Because his back is burning. My back is burning. I think there is fire. I think we should go out. Then other fellow told, turn back and sleep. And then he said, you will get the first prize. That is number 1. Actually, there is no time, otherwise. Then number 2, we take suchi ahar. Yatayamam gatarasam puti parishisham chayat. Uchishtam apimedayam bhojanam tamasa priya. Right? What is the priya for people in mode of goodness? Ayushatva balarogya, sukha priti vivardhana, rasya snigdha stira hridaya. Right? More than 4 hours you keep rice. That rasa will go away. Very hard it becomes. Right? Prabhupada was, Brahmananda Prabhu and Gargamuni Prabhu, they are sons of very rich men. So Brahmananda Prabhu, Prabhupada is very fond of, laughing, jokes, like that. So one day Brahmananda Prabhu was telling that my father is a very rich man. He has a factory. Right? He has a factory. By the time he would come back, myself, my brothers and my mother and all, we would eat and go to sleep. My father would come and eat only kurkure biscuits, and then drink water and sleep. Prabhupada liked it so much that he said, your father would eat kurkure, and then he would laugh and he would fell down from the chair, it seems. He was laughing so much. Prabhupada was laughing so much like that. Kurkure, like that. In America, you see even Andhra, our South Indian, South Indians, we don't eat basi khana, सुबह का these Oriyas, they have this habit of eating panta bhat, रात का चावल भिगा के रखते हैं और खाते हैं, it is tamogun actually, but in our house we don't eat basi kana. So but these Andhra people, they go to America and they become like Americans. Every Saturday they cook, put it in the deep freezer, and then take out, and then garam karke. So patni bhi, previously your wives used to eat in the juta plate of the husband. Now they go and sleep, they watching serials. Husband aayega, bolte hai garam karke kha lo. Right? So suchi ahar, it is very bad. Suchi ahar, rasya snigdha sthira hridaya, fatty, juicy foodstuffs we should eat. And then there are, one Acharya says, there are so many rules and regulations for eating, that no more, that so many for eating, because whatever we eat, 1/6 of what we eat becomes mind. Right? So, Vishaya Ranna Khaya, Dushta Hoy Mana, right? Yeah. Malina Hoy Mana. So, we should be very careful. So, we don't eat outside food. We take only Naivedyam, Prasadam, and like that. And then number 3, our favorite. What is our favorite? Paraninda. Right? One Acharya says, those who, in Markandeya Purana it is written that those who do Paraninda, Vaikuntha Dwaras are permanently closed for them. Paraninda. Right? And then Himsa. We don't do Himsa. Right? Himsa. Like Prabhupada writes in 10th Canto Bhagavatam that tapassu taptam kim anena purvam nirastamanena cha manedena dharmotava sarva jananukampaya bhavam tushyati sarva jivaha. This is a verse spoken by Nagapatnis. How this rascal, our husband Khala, got dust of your lotus feet? Maybe he did tapasya. He must have performed religious activities without causing any violence, without causing any pain to any living entity. So in this, Vishnu Thakur says that while performing our duties, we should cause least amount of pain to other living entities. Then only we will attract, our dharma attract Krishna. Prabhupada also write in first canto Bhagavatam, we should live in such a way that we cause least pain, least violence to other people. So then they said, because we follow these 4 principles, Indra gave us a benediction that even if we die, within 45 minutes, we will become alive. We will become alive. Of course, we have a 1 lakh years lifespan is there. After 1 lakh years, we will die. But those who are following, so like that, so don't worry. Like that. So Krishna told this story. Like that, we have to be very careful in following all the principles given by in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Any questions, comments? Okay. Grandhra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram.